Hey everyone, it's your girl Kiera, and I'm back with another YouTube video. On this particular video, I'm going to be talking about personal branding. Yes. Personal branding is so important, and it's growing increasingly important, okay? The power that you own is in your individuality, and I'm here to help you discover that, okay? You being you is what makes you stand out. So in order to present yourself with full confidence, you must be confident when it comes to your personal brand. That means knowing who you are, how you're presenting yourself to the world, so on and so forth, and why that matters. So on this video, we're gonna take a deeper look into what it means to build a personal brand, why it's important, and we're gonna share some best practices on how you can do that. I find it funny, especially being in LA, the world's fourth largest economy, right? You're meeting someone new, you have a conversation. The first thing they may ask you is, what do you do for work? And although that's important to discuss in some instances, your corporate personality and your profession is not the bulk of your personal brand. So a lot of us are very confident talking about what we do for work and our R&R, but some people may struggle when it comes to expressing who their inner self is. So let's start off with what a personal brand is. A personal brand is the intentional, strategic combination of skills, experiences, values, and personality traits that define how a person is perceived by others. Perception for some is reality, so knowing how you are appearing to others is important. And of course, this is outside of stereotypes and all that crazy stuff, right? It's just a neutral stance of how you're presenting yourself and what is in your control. How you present yourself online and offline, right? There are so many things that's outside of our control, but what's beautiful about a personal brand is this is strategically curated by you. If you're into business stats, then you know that corporate is fluctuating and really the power is in how you present yourself as an individual. What is your unique value proposition that no one can find in anybody else, right? Now that we better understand what a personal brand is, let's talk about why personal branding is so important and growing increasingly important. So your personal brand differentiates you. Competition is inevitable, right? When you're maybe courting someone, there might be other suitors, or if you're going in for a job interview, there might be other candidates, or if you're trying to get into an Ivy League college, there's gonna be other applicants, right, applying. Competition is inevitable no matter what we are doing. That's where personal branding is important. Think about when you are filling out your college applications or when you're in an interview and the interviewer says, tell me about yourself. How do you present yourself to the world? What do you say? Do you struggle? Are you redundant in certain areas? Are you very concise? Like, would you be able to give a 30-second elevator pitch about what makes you unique? If not, it may be time to work on your personal branding. Personal branding differentiates you in a saturated world, okay? In addition to that, personal branding is important because it's going to build trust and credibility. For example, if you are a fabulous cook, right, and you're the friend that is always putting together these fabulous meals at the dinner party, right? You're always showing up online, sharing unique recipes. You're the friend that everybody wants at the dinner party because they know that you're gonna make a delicious meal. You have that trust and credibility tied to your personal brand, right? So your personal brand is important because people trust you with X skill that you've defined, right? And it's not just about skills, it also has to do with morals and ethics. Let's be honest, there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world. Every pocket in the world is going through something right now. It's getting crazy. Let's take a deep breath. Overwhelming. When we think about personal branding outside of skills, right, and your professionalism, what matters to you? What rights do you fight for? What empowers you to wake up every day and keep going, right? Your personal brand is important because not only does it differentiate you, but it builds trust and credibility amongst your circle, as well as whom you're trying to attract and retain in your life. Next, personal branding is important because it does attract opportunities. In the world of corporate, let's say there is a subject matter expert. We know we can trust him or her with X topic, right? We know they are the go-to person for this because they have shown up and shown out in this area, whether that's thought leadership, whether that's being the person that creates the resource, whether they're the person that does the trainings, whatever that may be. We know that this is that go-to person. Your personal brand is going to attract the right opportunities for you. Whether it's career advancement, personal goal advancement, your personal brand is so important in the process. So, two more reasons why personal branding is important. Second to last is your personal brand controls your narrative. So, how you show up online, the things you talk about, the things you repost, the things you share, this is being perceived by others. They're coming up with a story about who you are based on how you're presenting yourself to the world. So control your narrative. What matters to you? How will you play a role in sharing that with the world online and even offline, right? What do you talk about amongst your circles? Are you someone that gossips a lot and talks negatively about others? If that's the case, that might be detrimental to your personal brand when it comes to professional environments, unless you're Wendy Williams or something. I don't know. But yes, it controls your narrative and how you're perceived. Last but not least, having a strong personal brand is going to boost your confidence. I believe that people show up as their best selves, not only when they know themselves fully, but also when they understand how to present themselves to the world. Again, if someone was to ask you, tell me about yourself, what would you say? Would you only talk about what you do for work? Or would you talk about yourself as a full entity with many, many different interests that make you unique? Now, let's say you are a software engineer and someone asks you, tell me about yourself, and all you do is talk about how you're a software engineer. There's a million software engineers, right? How does that make you unique? Your professionalism is one piece of the pie, and I really want you to keep that in mind, okay? So really ask yourself, if something were to happen to me today, how do I want to be remembered? And work from there. Now, here are some best practices to consider when it comes to creating a personal brand for yourself, if you haven't already done so. So step one, it's all about journaling, right? Or vision boards, or the Figmas, or scrapbooking. Spend some time with yourself. Write down your values, your goals, skills that you want to work on, hobbies that you want to explore. Just start reading it throughout the week to remind yourself of who you are, who you want to be, and how you want to present yourself to the world. Identify your niche and audience. Now, outside of professional branding, this still relates to personal branding because it's all about who do you want to attract in your life. Audit your online presence. Oh my gosh, guys. When I was in high school, I don't know, I had so many different phases and I made sure that everybody knew what phase I was in all the time. So I was always posting on MySpace. I had a Twitter, and I literally just deleted it because I used to be in my feels. I used to be so deep in my feels. Not saying I'm not in my feels anymore, but I think I have a more healthy mindset than I did when I was in my preteen, teenager years, right? Take a look at your online presence. How do you present yourself to the world? What do your feeds look like? What do you talk about? Make sure that's reflective of who you truly are and how you want to be perceived, okay? And lastly, I would say engage and network. Go to the things that interest you. If you have a hobby and you love pickleball, go out and play some pickleball, join some clubs. If you're someone that's into art and workshops, sign up for some workshops so you can meet other people that are into creative expressions and just expand your network with like-minded individuals or people that can inspire you to conquer a skill and to master a skill that you've been working on. Okay? All right, guys, I'd love to learn a little bit more about you. What would you say your personal brand is? Share a couple of sentences about yourself in the comments below. If you're not already following me, my name's Kiera Cherie. I share natural hair videos, best practices when it comes to microlocks, but I also share videos like this when it comes to wellness and confident coaching, okay? All right, thank you all so much for watching. I wish you an amazing remainder of your week. Take care. Bye.